Hi, I'm Kevin Gorman with your TribSports 1-minute high school update for Friday. Well, the past 2 days, the Trib has focused its high school football position previews on running backs and wide receivers, and there's a lot of talented players in both groups. Let's start with the running backs, where Miles Sanders of Woodland Hills is considered the top player. He's a Penn State commit who's considered ranked the number one all-purpose back in the nation by Rivals.com. Clairton's Lamont Wade is a guy to keep an eye on, especially after last season when he rushed for 2,725 yards and 38 touchdowns and broke Russell Shell's WPL single-season rushing record. You also have Hunter Hayes, another 2,000-yard rusher who led South Fayette to the state championship. And there's a lot of other talented guys out there. Still Valley's Dwayne Murray is one. Another is Terrence Stevens from West Allegheny. A guy didn't get a lot of carries last year, but is a Bowling Green recruit who should make some waves this season. And keep an eye on this guy. Clairton's Harrison Dreyer averaged 17 yards per carry last season through the first 4 games when he was injured in Game 4. He's a guy who could really be sharing some carries in the backfield or as a slot receiver for the Clairton Bears. Well, speaking of Clairton, the top wideout is Aaron Matthews from Clairton. He's a 6'5" wide receiver who has offers from Pitt, West Virginia, and Maryland, but will be playing quarterback for the Bears part of the season this year, so he might not be throwing. He might be throwing the ball instead of catching it. Keep an eye also on Alderdice's Tim Jackson. Had 10 touchdowns of 50-plus yards, an average of 50-plus yards last season, so he's another one to keep an eye on. Timmy Vecchio from Penn Trafford, a 1,000-yard receiver, and Dylan Stapleton from Indiana, big 6'5" target, whose brother Raleigh was one of the stars last year, and they teamed up to lead the Little Indians to the WPL basketball championship last season. Here's another guy to keep an eye on, is USO's Kenny Robinson. He's a junior wideout who may be more of a safety prospect, but he's a real dangerous threat, especially near the red zone. That's it for the high school update. Check us out on Trib Live Radio today for the Kevin Gorman Show from 2 to 3 p.m. And you can also follow me on Twitter at @KGorman_Trib and on the iPreps blog at blog.triblive.com. That's your 1-minute high school update for Friday. I'm Kevin Gorman.